Welcome to all you Sagittarians. Welcome for your monthly forecast for September 2014. And I'm very glad to say that September doesn't look bad for the Sagittarians at all, because two very important things are happening, and that includes your rulers. So the Pisceans and the Sagittarians are really mostly favored here because of this aspect between Jupiter, that's your ruler, trining to Uranus. This doesn't happen a lot. So, and it's building up during the whole month. So it's actually happening around the end of the month, but it's a building up. You feel that energy very much, you especially who is having an ascendant in Sagittarius, a sun sign or a moon sign. Now, there are also other things happening. The other nice thing is happening is Mars. Mars in your sign is also very, very good. That means that the Mars is returning into your sign of Sagittarius, and it always gives a boost of energy. But I'll talk about that in a minute. The most important thing is, as I said, Jupiter trine with Uranus. Now, what does it mean? Well, Jupiter is your ruler and is associated with optimism, with expansion, with opportunities, possibilities, with positivity, with hope, with faith, with growth and evolving and knowledge. This is Jupiter. And when it has an aspect to Uranus, it means that Uranus is all about insights, it's all about sudden events, it's all about liberating oneself. So these two energies are quite, they understand each other, and they are connected in a trine, which is a very positive energy. Now, your ruler Jupiter is already in a very positive house, which is the 9th house, the house of the Sagittarian. And now connecting with another fire house, your 5th house, with Uranus there, is certainly something that is going to be a sudden windfall that is unexpectedly. Now, of course, for some who have planets around, in Sagittarius, I mean, like a sun or an ascendant, around 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 degrees, it will be mostly beneficial. For others, you will just feel the energies in those two houses that I'm going to explain what these houses are all about. So the houses are also positive, and with positive I mean that some Sagittarians are having a hard time at the moment, especially with having Saturn in the 12th house. I've talked already a lot about that in the other monthlies. And in my opinion, in my experience as well with clients, I often see that Saturn transiting the 12th house is harder than Saturn in the 1st house, because you do all the hard work there. You finish up the things that you need to finish up, because the 12th house is the last house before your sign. So in that respect, a lot of Sagittarians are really having those struggles with finishing up things that they, feel quite responsible to, and is not going very easy. So with this energy of Jupiter and Uranus, they feel very much at home again and in their element, because Jupiter trining Uranus means opportunities, and where anything that has to do with new initiations, new initiatives, and that can be creative projects, because that's the 5th house. It can be working abroad, it can be contacts with abroad, it can be university studies, it can be children that you that all of a sudden you've been conceiving for a while and it doesn't work, and all of a sudden it does work, because your ruler is connected now to the 5th house. It can also mean that you, if you work in the PR, or if you work with the media, anything that has to do with networking, media is favored here. So that can be an offer, that can be something presented to you, and the thing is, grab it. Don't think too long, because in this case you can do that. You can be, you can trust it because it's nice flowing energy. So a good aspect for Sagittarius. Of course, this is in general, and there will always be Sagittarians who are saying, I'm having a dreadful time at the time, but this is really adding to possibilities and opportunities. So open your eyes, and that's not really difficult for a Sagittarian, and expect the best and the most open, and you know, that even goes beyond your dreams. The 9th house is also visions, having a vision for the future, and having maybe creative thoughts about something. And it could mean that the month of September is a key month to express yourself. Jupiter and Uranus is all about eye-openers, and it's all about liberating yourself as well, because you are Jupiter. So in a way, the Sagittarians will liberate themselves from something. And something, it doesn't have to sound that negative. You know, we all have responsibilities in life. And you know, for instance, you have a child, and then you have to focus a bit more there. And there is and you are a mom, so a firstborn, let's say, and there is also a promotion at your work, and you can't go for that. So there's always things that restrict you in life, or it is financially you are being restricted, or it is a relationship that is restrictive to you. So we all know these restrictions, and and certainly Sagittarians don't like that. Sagittarians are one of the most freedom. They love freedom. They love adventure, and they love their liberty. So when they feel too much of responsibility, they feel kind of trapped. But not this month, I think, with this, as I said, this chance, this opportunity that comes your way, and that has to do with the houses that I just explained. What else is going on? As I said, Mars is also in your sign. Mars is in Jupiter. And as from around the 14th of the month, this is really, really good. This means that Mars is out of that 12th house, which normally means, Mars in the 12th house means a bit less energy. On a very simple energetic level, a bit less energy, and a bit more a need for sleep and a need to rest. So as from the 14th, a lot of Sagittarians are going to feel a bit more a boost, and a boost of energy. And yes, but around, it's just a day or two, around the 21st to the 22nd, watch out for your intentions, because Mars squares up to Neptune there, from the 1st house to the 4th house. So watch out your intentions when it comes to decisions to make, when it comes to your family. And if your intentions are how do you say that, serious and pure, then you don't need to worry. But it's just a couple of days that Mars and Neptune are connecting with each other. You also have Venus and the Sun in the 10th house of work and of career. So also there is possibility to do a lot of positive things there, to use your not only you as a person and your talents and your essence, but also your charm to get what you want when it comes to work. So if you have been out of work, it's a good time to find one, and to use your charm and diplomacy to convince that they need you in a particular job. So that's very positive as well. And the full moon will be in Pisces in your 4th house around the 9th. So there can be some around the 9th, you feeling a bit nostalgic around that time. Now, that's the most important. I think I've said the most important things. Yes, the Mercury is in your 11th house. This is also quite important. Why? because Mercury is making a lot of aspects with Uranus and with Pluto squaring up to it. So there is a bit of transformative energy going on in your 11th house. And 11th house is a very nice house for the Sagittarians. It's a fun house, it's a house of social contacts, it's a house of buoyancy. It's the house of friends and aspirations. So a lot of Sagittarians will think about the future and put their arrow there and think about, what will I aim for the future? This is a good time to think about it, and maybe your plans will be drastically different as compared with last month, for instance. So have a really good time, Sagittarians. Enjoy that Jupiter trining Uranus. If there's something that you haven't, that you were scared of to do, but it's not often the case with Sagittarians, but you know, then do it. And when it has to do with self-expression, when it has to do with opening your heart and showing what you're all about, and this is who I am, it is the time to do so. So thank you a lot for watching. If you want a reading, get in touch. All the information is below, and see you next month. Bye bye.